There's been a backlash against the German Federal Intelligence Service, the BND, after it was alleged it had been spying on foreign journalists for more than 15 years. A German news outlet, Der Spiegel, claims the BBC, New York Times and Reuters were among those being monitored. Paula Sleer has more from Berlin.
There's a lot of anger and outrage here in Germany over this whole incident. Der Spiegel magazine, in its weekend edition, has published allegations that the German Foreign Intelligence Service, the BND, was spying for several years over a number of media organizations. Now, these include the BBC. The allegations are of spying on its headquarters in London, also on its bureau in Afghanistan, and the BBC World Service, which is, of course, its radio arm. Spying also of the New York Times in its Afghanistan office and Reuters in both its Afghanistan, Pakistan and Nigeria bureaus, as well as other media organizations. Now, we understand that the BND has the telephone numbers of at least 50 media houses as well as journalists, and not just their telephone numbers, but also their fax numbers and their email addresses, and that the surveillance goes back as far as 1999. Now, the BND has declined to comment, but we do have a statement from the BBC, and I'm quoting from that statement. It says, "We are disappointed to hear these claims. Our mission is to bring accurate news and information to people around the world, and our journalists should be able to operate freely and safely with the full protection for their sources. We call upon all governments to respect the operation of a free press." Now, the media watchdog Reporters Without Borders has also expressed outrage and anger. It says in a statement that I'm again quoting that this is a monstrous attack on press freedom. It is concerned that the eavesdropping is ongoing and is also considering taking legal action. But it's not just media groups that have expressed their outrage. The following comments from some German officials.
Unbelievable line crossed by German secret services. Incredible. German intelligence watching BBC World and New York Times journalists.
Well, here comes something we've been fearing for a long time. Monitoring of journalists.
This is an attack on press freedom and not compatible with our constitution. BND has developed a dangerous life of its own.
It comes amid an ongoing investigation over the cozy relationship between the BND and the US National Security Agency. In December, WikiLeaks published documents revealing how close the ties between the two agencies really are.
WikiLeaks has revealed just how deep the friendship is between Germany's intelligence service, the BND, and America's NSA. Yes, the same NSA that was listening in to Angela Merkel's phone calls. Remember how upset she was?
I have always made it clear to the US president, spying among friends is not acceptable.
The tie-up between the German and American spy agencies started with a contract. Since then, the BND has been spying on Europeans on behalf of the Americans. Among the targets, companies, heads of state, government ministers and military officials. Some of the documents also show how the spy duo found ways to subvert Angela Merkel's government. And there's more. German agents not only helped their American colleagues snoop on Europeans, they also worked on special software for that purpose. All of this is part of the German parliamentary inquiry into the BND's activities and is based on documents leaked by Edward Snowden. But the whistleblower has not been allowed to testify. That's led the WikiLeaks editor Julian Assange to call German politicians cowards and to say that Berlin cannot lead Europe when it's subservient to the wishes of a non-EU state. And if you were expecting reform, think again. The German parliament passed a bill giving the BND even greater snooping powers.
We heard from Matteo Bergamini, director of the Shout Out UK news network. He told us the case raises serious questions over media freedom in Germany.
Obviously, press freedom is one of the main voices of critique towards governments and towards control, and obviously the spying of them and making sure that leaks and so forth don't come out and tapping foreign journalists and so forth is a way of controlling the people. Really does put into question, one, the integrity of the German state, but two, it also puts in question, you know, can journalists truly be free? Are sources really going to be safe? The US government has a history of getting involved in foreign affairs, getting involved in subversive methods. Be it through spying with the Edward Snowden leaks. You can see how far the extent of the NSA spying network went. So it wouldn't be so ridiculous to assume that the same has happened here in Germany.